Are you ready to eat flowers in a garden?
Princess the Bear, today we're at EPCOT celebrating the International Flower and Garden Festival because that is one of our favorite times of year here at EPCOT. Now we have all these vegan things to try, plants to walk through, plants to eat, because plants to investigate. And remember, as your #1 choice of foodie infotainment, we do this so you don't have to. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. We're going to try not to fly like a kite today.
It's time to foodie and chill. We have some gorgeous mutant-sized grilled asparagus, modified vegan. All you have to do is remove the bacon and the egg, and it is completely vegan. Now, I love me some mutant-sized asparagus. Haven't had something this big since STK, like 4 or 5 years ago. So let's get into it. I love the top part of the asparagus. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of salad, some peas, and the asparagus. I'm gonna go in and just enjoy the whole thing together. It's too big of a bite, but I commit to my mistakes. Cheers. Amazing doesn't even begin to describe how tasty this is. The vinaigrette on the asparagus is like a nice little tang, and then it has perfect amount of char. So a char and a tang together, so good. Plus like the little crunch of the lettuce and then the peas, it kind of just give you a little burst of flavor in there too. This is not what I expected it to be at all. And honestly, I don't want to share it with Bear because it is insanely good. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item. If you are interested in eating some asparagus, I suggest you get this asparagus.
Nice asparagus salad with peas. We'll go ahead and mush those deceitful looking things to the side. Nobody wants that. I'm going to take a nice charred piece of the asparagus and then this other little green sitting here on top and give it a nice home. I know it just looks like a simple piece of asparagus, but the way that they grilled it, the char, combined with the citrus flavor they have in there, feels very spring. Like spring is sprung. My taste buds are definitely sprung into action over this one. We might have to plastic sword fight over this asparagus because it's just that tasty. These are one of those things where I would say don't share with your friends. Your vacation, treat yourself. They can wait in line while you grow. 4 out of 5 plugs.
I enjoyed this asparagus so much that I had to come back and try it again and just make sure that it wasn't a fluke the first time because it was something that I was dreaming about. Get the salad, some peas. Yeah. It certainly was not a fluke. The way that they marinate the asparagus is just so beautiful, and I love it. I would give it, or I guess I don't need to rate it again. I would say you need to try this asparagus. It's only available this month though. We'll come back and do another video for another month. But if you're here for Flower and Garden this month, you really need to try that asparagus.
The true mark of a good festival item is getting it twice. Once to try it out, but getting it twice, that's a commitment. That means something. It's like a foodie relationship, if you will. You're coming back to get what is basically just grilled asparagus seasoned to perfection. Well, we're gonna do that. I feel like I am truly living with the land.
The strawberry fruit bar is always available at Disney all year round, but it's on the list for the festival, so we're getting it. This is the first time that Disney has done this to us, and it won't be the last. I would love to dip this into like a smoothie, like if there was like some sort of like Minute Maid smoothie that I could put this in and like double down on the cold. That would be really nice. On its own, it's nice. It's still, you know, it's decent. It's just very sugary. I would give it a 3 out of 5 popsicles. It's okay.
Not just a fruit bar, but a strawberry fruit bar. At least it allows me to accentuate my hand movements because that's basically all I can do with this thing. Yes, it is here at the Land Cart year-round. It's not new, but it is technically plant-based, and most of the things at the booth are plant-based. All of them this year, except for the tropical smoothie. Maybe? No, DOLE pineapple's vegan. So the whole booth is vegan this year. The Land Cart, or Land Stand, even though they want to call it a cart, is all vegan. I'm stalling, I know. I don't want to eat this. Don't judge me, I got sensitive teeth. It's very cold. It's very strawberry. It tastes exactly like you think it would taste. If you had a fruit bar at any point within your childhood, exact same one. Different wrapper maybe. Same thing. 3 out of 5 plus.
So this is our third time enjoying this vegetable wrap. Usually we have to go down to Sunshine Seasons to get it, but during Flower and Garden, and maybe longer, the wrap is here at the Land Cart, so you just don't have to take the extra steps, even though it's always available. I wish I had some extra sauce for it. It's very beautiful. It gives me vibes of the Boardwalk Deli sandwich, but in a wrap form. So if you like the Boardwalk Deli, like I've always said, you need to try this wrap. It's very fresh. It's very flavorful. It definitely tastes like it's of the land. I'm into it. I love it. If you want something that's just light and great for the day, I suggest you try it. It's available all year, so if you're not able to come for Flower and Garden, just get it anytime. It's tasty. I will give it a 3.75 out of 5 wraps. It's wrapalicious.
At this point, we might as well call the Land Cart Sunshine Seasons Overflow. Not that that's a bad thing, but let's call it where it is. This is less of a festival booth and less I don't feel like walking inside, taking the escalator down to Sunshine Seasons, standing in line, and getting things that I can get most of the year anyway. But if you're looking for something healthy, adjacent, come get this wrap. I give props where props is due. It is indeed fresh. I worry about a lot of things at both the Land Cart and Sunshine Seasons because they're mostly pre-made batches and then sort of like just sit in the fridge until it's time to eat them. So you have the risk of getting some that are soggy. Pro tip is, be picky. If it looks soggy, it's probably going to be soggy. This one is not. Just got that nice crunch to it, fresh veggies, a little bit of hummus. You're doing well. And this is probably like a good start to the day. Start with this, then get your jaw freeze, then start drinking. I give this one 4 out of 5 plus.
The corn is back and pretty inconsistent. The cast members were chatting instead of looking at what they were doing, and that's okay. It's early in the day. You gotta do something. So I'm not mad at them. I just kind of wish I had a little bit more of the good stuff. The corn is really flavorful. It's cooked to perfection. The butter spread is a little on the salty side, which I'm not really mad at. It's got like some garlic notes to it. The crunchies are really nice, but definitely need more of those. It's good corn. Every corn looks different, so take that for what you will. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 corns. Bring floss.
I am never saying no to a nice roasted corn. I don't really care what you put on top of it. I would prefer some vegan butter so I don't overdo it on my lactose tolerance for the day, but this is a beautiful looking grilled phallic shaped piece of food. Honestly, it's worth the mess. If you do bag anything for these vegetables, I agree with the princess. Get a little floss sticks, from like the grocery store. Bring those with you because you will need them. For some of these foods, we always need them for the corn, but like, this is delicious. The herb crust, the herbs themselves, the vegan butter. Make sure that you smear the corn to get all the things because you want as much covered as possible. I would give it a 4 out of 5 plus.
This is just your regular pineapple Dole Whip that's available all year round. This one's kind of melty, so I just want to save it first. Not my first choice, but since we're eating everything vegan, we had to get it. I feel like pineapple Dole Whip is my least favorite Dole Whip. I'm just not a fan. And if you like pineapple, you will enjoy it. It's a little like syrupy for me, so just not my jam. If you love pineapple, it's probably a 4 or 5 out of 5 pineapples. For me, it's like a 2.
The original, I won't say the best, but the original, the OG. I'm going to say this, and I mean this with the utmost respect. Now, most people will tell you that anything they say after the utmost respect is probably going to be the most disrespectful thing that you've ever heard. However, that's a personal thing. I can't make that decision for you. Universal does Dole Whip better than Disney. And that's on period. I said what I said. It's cold. It's pineapple. It's basic. Where are my toppings? 2.5 out of 5 plus.
Lemon sorbet can come in a cup or a cone. I got a cup. Cone is not always vegan, so make sure you check every single time if you want a cone. Cheers. When I hear lemon sorbet, I expect like, pow, lemon in my mouth. This is very subtle and I think eatable compared to like a pineapple Dole Whip where it's like very pineapple-y. This is just mild lemon and I like it. I will give it a 4 out of 5 lemons. It's not too tart, it's just great.
Swirled Showcase is a rather new installment of the World Showcase, and it is slowly been trying to prove its purpose for being here. It's another Dole Whip stand. Yes, it has some fun variations and things from time to time, but at the base, it's another place in Walt Disney World to get Dole Whip. Take it as you will. Go ahead and dig into this lemon sorbet. That might be delicious to some people, but it is not fergalicious. And for that, we got beef. 2.5 out of 5 plus.
To my shock, when the cast member called the chef, the peanut butter, jelly, and the vanilla sorbets are all vegan. So we get to try peanut butter jelly. It's peanut butter jelly time. I'm kind of excited. So I'm a 2-to-1 PB to J person. Like Uncrustables is good for me. And if it was like mostly peanut butter with like the thinnest layer of jelly, I'm here for that. This is like peanut butter light with jelly syrup. And I don't like it. But I'm also not mad at it because it doesn't give you that like punch that you usually get from peanut butter and jelly. I will not be singing peanut butter jelly time to this dessert, but I do enjoy the peanut butter. I would probably get the peanut butter on its own. Together, it's like a 2.5 out of 5 PB&J times.
See, the Princess is over here dropping knowledge. Apparently, you can make any combination of these that you want. So if you wanted something wild like peanut butter and lemon, or lemon and jelly, or vanilla and peanut butter for some weird reason, you could do that. I don't know why you would, but I mean, you can. I love PB&J. That's like one of my default meals when I'm feeling lazy. But this looks like a lot of jelly. A lot. Where is the PB? It's in there somewhere. Oh, deal with the cards we're dealt. No, sorry, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That is not a vibe. The jelly tastes like expired Dimetapp. Like, I'm just not getting peanut butter and jelly. I'm getting grape flavored nonsense and peanut adjacent sorbet. It's just not enough peanut butter flavor for me to classify that peanut butter and jelly. It's in the vicinity, but it got lost using Apple Maps. I'm giving that one a 2 out of 5 claws.
Ways for days.
Ways for days.
I want to start off by saying that not only myself, but the cast member that was ringing me up asked if I wanted the caprese. So we all know what the superior poutine is here, and it's not this one, it's the caprice. So RIP caprice, here we are with an herbes de Provence frites with some hazelnuts on there. And that's pretty much all you get as a vegan, hazelnuts with herbes de Provence fries. The only reason why I got it is because I thought maybe like an herb fry would be interesting. Let's see. The fry on its own is not as herbaceous as I would expect it to be with an herbes de Provence covering. The real winner is actually the hazelnut. It's flavored so beautifully, and when you pair it with the herbes de Provence, it's really nice. So though this seems like a basic poutine, and it's definitely not poutine, it's just seasoned fries, I think it's a worthy seasoned fry. Is it as good as Festival of the Arts? Absolutely not. But it's still worth it. I would give it a 3 out of 5 fry. I'm probably gonna like cherry pick out those hazelnut bites and eat all of them.
Perfection Port, before I eat these, I have one thing to say. You will never be Canada, okay? Never. You may exist next to Canada, very similar to the United States, but you will never be as awesome as Canada. You can try, but you will fail. Been digging into these herbes Provence. Now, as far as seasoned fries go, they're very well seasoned. Tons of the hazelnuts, but as I always say, every festival, to reinforce it for my Canadians, brothers, sisters, they and then in them, this is not poutine. I admit, when the princess said she wanted to modify this, I personally thought it was a waste of time. This is actually pretty good. The hazelnuts with the herb is like this like herby sweetness. It's kind of a vibe, honestly. I would order this just as it is. It's kind of tasty. Herbes de France and hazelnuts. I never would have thought. 4 to 5 claws. Oddly enough.
Instead of a trifle-licious, we have a flan. Very interesting little cake here. Not cake, not cake. We got a nice, beautiful, dark chocolate medallion on top. It definitely feels like a flan, like a stiffer flan than a traditional flan. And I guess it's because it's more cake than it is flan. If you know traditional flan, you know that it's more like the creamy part that's on the top of this. Is it flan? No. Is it good? 1000%. I didn't think I was gonna like this because it's like coconut based, but I'm into it. It is rich. It is moist. It is wet perfectly. I have no notes. 4.75 out of 5 flan. It's not flan, but it's a good cake.
Coconut chocolate flancito. I'm guessing that's supposed to be small flan with chocolate. You have these double sides of chocolate, chocolate topper, chocolate lace with the flan in the middle, like a little flan sandwich. Culture. And that is a very odd consistency. Going from the firm jiggle of this flan to the cake, and then you have a nice, we basically call it chocolate glass on top. Not too sharp, but actually, I think the dark chocolate does pair well with the flan, and overall, the flavor is actually kind of good. I didn't have high expectations for this one, especially given how it looked, given coming out of the window, but that's what I get for judging things by its looks. The flavor is good, presentation is fine. It's a bit messy, watch how you carry it, but other than that, good is good. 3.75 out of 5 plus.
We've returned to another season of the Moroccan sauce. I want to say this is like the 7th festival in a row where we've had these breads, and I've been trying to get a little creative with it now, so I'm gonna make a little garden here. So I'm gonna take the sauces off, and I'm gonna do a row of this hummus, and I'm just gonna fork it There we go. Nice little garden situation. Then the zoltar sauce. There we go. Nice little garden situation. Then the charmoula. Yeah. I got a nice little garden happening here. It's all plowed. It's ready to go. Ready to plant some seeds. So I'm taking my bread, and these are going to, I guess I'm picking up the gardening. So, cheers! I always enjoy all of the sauces together. It's my favorite way to eat this bread. So this was some good gardening. I enjoy it, but like, we're sick of the bread already. Disney, please give us something else. Like, you're doing Morocco a disservice by only offering this and the other skewers. Like, festival over festival over festival. This is ridiculous at this point. This is still 4 out of 5 breads. It gives very good bread, and I will talk about it every festival.
I need you to remember that the princess is the nice one on this channel, where she is the kind, polite one with the Disney wave. I come in to basically just be the court jester. This is not a festival item. This is a disgrace to Morocco Pavilion. And I mean disgrace with a capital D as in Disney. At this point, there is absolutely zero reason for Tangierine Cafe to ever close. This is not a festival item. This is just a year-round item at this point. You stop selling it for a couple weeks between festivals to give us the illusion it's a festival item, but it's not even worth the money it costs you to print it on the festival booklets anymore. It's here. Always. It's more reliable here than catching characters coming to International Gateway. We'll take it, but come on now. You have this entire pavilion, and I'm not telling you how to run your business. This is a corporation. I understand there's little things that go into the decisions that make this happen, but this is kind of a joke. Not even a funny one at this point. Off my soapbox, back to my dip. In the trenches, like we be. It's bread and dip. If you want Moroccan food, just go to Spice Road Table. Don't waste your time with Tangierine Cafe. It's not even worth the stop during a festival anymore. I said what I said. 2.5 out of 5 plus.
Our beloved steam bun is back with a vengeance. Now, we had this at Yisake recently, and it was at Katsura Grill also. And the manager literally made my life, because he said that once the festival is over, whatever leftover stock they have is actually going to be distributed amongst this pavilion. So check Katsura Grill if you are not here during festival or Flower and Garden Festival, and just try to get the bun anyway. Cheers to my favorite bun. Plant-based goodness, steamed to perfection. I really cannot complain about these steam buns. I get them every year, and every opportunity that I get, I try to stock these as much as possible. And there's a reason why. I will probably get one every single day that we come here, and Bear and I are going to be here the first 4 days of the festival, so at least 4 times. I'm here for it. I'll buy 100 of these if I could. I give it a 4.75 out of 5 steam buns. This is the bun that you are looking for.
A nice steamed bun in parchment paper full of meat. Always brings back to my childhood. I grew up on the Filipino version of these, living on the islands of the Pacific for so many years. I will never refuse a good steamed bun. That soft, sweet bun, the meaty inside, plant-based meaty, delicious. This is like one of my favorite walking snacks. If they put a booth here in the Japan Pavilion that sold these full time, I'd probably stop doing this YouTube channel and just eat that full time. It would just be me. I live here now. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
salad here. This is a plentiful amount of melon and tomatoes with a beautiful balsamic. I have no complaints about the amount of food that I'm getting with this. To your veggies. Though there's a balsamic drizzle on top, the tomatoes and the melon is actually soaked in balsamic too. It just brings this like really vibrant flavor to the dish. I like this. I don't know if I would get it again though. I give it a 3 out of 5 vegetable salad. It's a fruit salad.
Legitimate fruit salad that's basest of Italian forms. Literally the tomato and the cantaloupe. I'm never going to complain about a cantaloupe because one of my favorite pizzas in all of Walt Disney World is the melon pizza from Via Napoli, which is basically melon and prosciutto. No complaints. I feel like I need a day with all cantaloupe. The melon de prosciutto at Via Napoli, this cantaloupe salad, and then a cantaloupe from China.
Oh.
And then my life would be complete. Almost. I give this a solid 3 out of 5 plus.
To get the potato pancakes both ways. I like it without the applesauce, but we get it with because Bear likes it, and it's a house-made applesauce. They also do like a fish version, but who wants that? Look at this. It's not as good as the latte, but we're here for it. Cheers. It's a very good potato pancake. It's crisp, it's nice and seasoned. It's kind of like a hash brown, but a little bit thicker. I'm not mad at it. I do like it without the applesauce though, so this is mostly on Bear. I would give this a 4 out of 5 potato pancakes.
The potato pancakes, that one dish here in Germany that will never leave, and honestly it's one I hope it never does. We love a good potato pancake, and I am never going to complain about applesauce on really anything. Pork chops, not hash browns, not... I might complain on pancakes, like actual pancakes. That's about it. Something about apple and potato, this feels very German, you know? Tasty, crispy. I wish the potato pancake was a little bit crispy. We've had different versions of them here at this booth. Sometimes they're really well seared, sometimes not so much. But still, it's something quick, something light, something I can recommend to basically anybody, whether you get the non-vegan version or not. I'd give it a solid 4 out of 5 flaws.
We have a returning beautiful mango Dole Whip with a chamoy sauce and some tahini on top. They went, let me grab this sauce here. They went a little hard on the toppings, and I'm not mad at it. I just wish they used a different Dole Whip besides mango so that Bear could try it. I like the chamoy sauce. I like the tahini. I feel like the mango tastes a little artificial. And I don't really feel like they all taste good together. They're like kind of competing with each other. I feel like previous years, different iterations have been better tasting than this. But for me, it's like a 2.5 out of 5 Dole Whips. I've had better. I'd probably take the pineapple Dole Whip over the mango. The Jamaican beef patty is back. It's in a different location, but it is here at EPCOT for Flower and Garden Festival. Last time my issue with this was the wrapper piece. It felt a little too like wonton-y for me. I want to see if it redeems itself this year. The papaya sauce is the same. Hopefully it's better than the patties we had at home. It's definitely seasoned better than previous years. And I'm probably going to chow down on it. I love the Jamaican jerk seasoning that they did in the Impossible. It's not just like Impossible by itself. And then the papaya sauce on top gives it like a nice little kick. I really like this. I would say it's like a 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. But the sweetness of the papaya at the end kind of is what brings it down. If you didn't have the sauce, it'd probably be like a 6. So take that as you will. I give this a 4 out of 5 beef patties. I think this is better than the Jamaican patty that we tried at home.
The Jamaican beefless patty, because if you got beef, it ain't with me. Take it up with your president. Digging right in here. Nice crust. It feels crusty on the side, but a little bit more soft than last year. Nice crispiness to it. Plenty of seasoned impossible meat. It does look seasoned from the outside. Let's check the inside. I definitely think the shell of the beef patty is much improved this year. It feels less like a wonton or like something I could throw at somebody I didn't like. More like an actual Jamaican beef patty. I love the outsides are crisp. The insides are just a little bit softer, which works. Filled to the brim with the impossible meat. Last year it felt sort of hollow as well. I love the sauce. It didn't go overboard this time. Spice level is a manageable amount while still maintaining the flavor of the spice. So I'm getting maybe like a 3.5, maybe a high 4 out of 10 on the heat scale of flavors. I can do it several of these on a platter that me and Princess can thumb war over. She'll probably win because she's got longer thumbs. Either way, 4.25 out of 5 claws.
The dumpling is back. We made sure that we confirmed this because we do all of these confirmations solo dolo. Cheers to a beautiful dumpling. It's a nice, beautiful vegetable dumpling, very crispy. I like the sauce. It gives it a little bit of sweetness to it. I don't think this is the best iteration of this that I've had before, but I'm also not mad at it. I would give it a 3 out of 5 dumplings. It's a dumpling.
If it's one thing that we are definitely about, it is that dumpling life. Any opportunity we have to find a nice vegan dumpling, we'll take it. This one is looking like dumplings that we got last time we visited New York. Nice and crispy bottom half, filled to the brim with filling inside, and drenched in the sauce. I would go so far as to say that given our history and all the years we've been doing this, the food at the China booth, no matter the festival, is consistently better than the China Pavilion quick service. They've had their ups and downs, but if I'm weighing them against each other, I'll gamble in the booth before I gamble in the quick service. That is 4.25 out of 5 claws. It is an excellent baseline dumpling.
Is back, and I'm pretty sure Disney released a recipe for this. I love this meatball, but the bread is always so thin, it's hard to eat, but it's usually super flavorful, so I'm excited. I think my favorite part about the meatball is the meatball itself and the sauce. The bread is also really good, but they always put too much mint, and that's where they lose me. So like if I pull out all the mint, it would probably be a 5 out of 5, but as it is, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 meatballs. It is a very tasty one, and if you haven't had it before, I highly recommend.
Grab life by the meatball, the impossible meatball, here at Trowels and Trellis. Trowels and Trellis has gone through a lot of renovations, innovations, downgrades over the year. It's gone from like what was before, like an all vegan booth to partially vegan. Now it's like one vegan item and then a bunch of meat. It feels like a loss, but the other items sort of spread out throughout the festival, so I guess we can't complain too much. But still, is glad to see an old friend. I can almost deal with the amount of mint. I would just chop it up more. It's like one big whole leaf. I'm trying to get a small bite. I'm dragging the entire leaf with me, and that doesn't always work. I wish that the wrapper was a little bit thicker, because sometimes if you get it with a lot of sauce, it'll just disintegrate and fall apart like in your hands. It's still a very delicious, dense meatball with lots of flavor. I know it doesn't look like much, but honestly, this is like a whole snack. I would give it a 4 out of 5 claws. I'm still glad it's here. Now I need a napkin.
The newest vegan dessert for Flower and Garden, the lemon tart. This beautiful like topping on here. So soft. Now I am a big fan of like a lemon meringue. So having something like this with like lemon and then like a berry innards and this like little topping, like I'm here for this. Like I'm super excited to try this. It is full on giving me that lemon custard that you put in a lemon meringue pie. This is literally everything that lemon meringue pie is without the meringue on top. And I love it. That is my favorite pie of all the pies. This is dangerous. But if you don't like lemon, don't eat it. But if you love lemon, if you love lemon meringue pie, or if you miss lemon meringue pie because you're vegan now, get this. I give it a 4.75 out of 5 lemon tarts. It is very good.
A lemon tart. We're food reviewers. We review food. I've said it 1,000 times. If I only review food I'd like, this wouldn't be much of a trustworthy channel. We try everything that we can stomach. I am not a huge fan of anything lemon. However, I understand that there are some bias built into whatever rating I feel this deserves. A tart is definitely feeling like an elevation or a sidestep of like the gelée tart we had for Festival of the Arts. But we're going to try this new incarnation. With the face I'm making, I'm pretty sure it looks like somebody just squirted lemon directly into my eye. As a matter of comparison, it feels like somebody just put straight lemon on my taste buds, and they are not enjoying themselves. It's like putting ants under a microscope. Don't do that. It's tasty. As far as like the flavor, what you expect, it is very much lemon. It's very much tart. You need to like lemon or like this. Think of it as a lemon head, but without the sour. That's about where we're at with that. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 claws. The execution is great. I'm just not a lemon lover myself. For you lemon lovers out there, we have a lemon lady tart for you.
I'm happy our friend the lumpia is back, but I'm not happy that there's only 3. Because this was like my thing where I would just come and just get like a bunch of this and just eat it. But now, at least the sauce is on the side instead of on top of it. And they are thicker than they were before. But I don't know. Before, when we had the lumpia before, it was just basically impossible on its own and thinner wrapped lumpia. This has like veggies in it. I taste lemongrass. I taste carrots. There's all kinds of goodness in here. So extras and thicker. Is that better? Is that a better deal? I don't think so, but I appreciate the taste and the flavors, and I'm not going to complain about my lumpia being back. I'm not going to complain about it not being sticky every time you touch it either, because that was a big problem last time. I will give this a 4.75 out of 5 lumpia. It's not what I was hoping it would be, but it's still really good.
The return of the impossible lumpia. Now, the first time we had this, I was not a fan. The princess loved it. I liked it. I just didn't feel like it was given lumpia. As a child of the islands, I grew up with lumpia readily available. So probably a little bit more biased and judgy about what we would consider lumpia and what wouldn't be. Let's hope they've done a little bit better this year. Go ahead and give it a little dippy dip. Much improved this year. Not perfect, but much improved. They're a lot crispier than they were last year. But they're still a bit soft in the center. The extra innards and not just the impossible meat definitely fills out the flavor profile of what I would consider to be lumpia. The sauce is fine. I would like to see them just a little bit more crispier overall. Right now they're crispy on the edges and soft in the center. But if they fix that like one execution issue, they're going to be getting all 5s. As it is right now, I'm still going to give it a solid 4. It's back and it's better.
So here we are, day 2, and I'm getting the lumpia again because I just wanted to see what it was like. I was thinking about it when I was at home, but I wasn't thinking about it being this bent. I guess it's not the size that counts, it's how you chew it. The innards on this one actually taste a little bit better than yesterday. Everything is a little bit more combined than it was before. And it helps with like the crunch. These are definitely cooked more than the ones we had yesterday. So I'm into that. I am probably going to go home and dream about this lumpia some more, among other things that we had here at the festival. It's still a very tasty option.
And when we tell you we're going to follow up on an item to see how it matures, we mean that. We had dedication to this lumpia. We have wished for it for a long time. So we're going to be eating a lot of these to see how this develops over time. This festival has got some legs to it. We want to see if the lumpia does too. Better than yesterday, but way greasier than yesterday. Like 75% more grease. Give them time. I feel like they're going to get it before this festival is over.
Did I get the lumpia for a third day in a row? You bet your A I did. And I really like it without the sauce. So I'm just going to go in without the sauce. So day one, it was very chunky. The veggies weren't like really cut. Day two, everything was very like food processed well and combined together. Day three, I think they found the right like dichotomy between impossible and veggies. This is the sweet spot here. Goldilocks found her way. I love these, and I guess these are my winning items from the festival because I've had a lot of them. Probably, I think this one the most. Our friend the avocado toast is back with the vegan feta and all the goodness. Now I'm gonna cut into the middle of this toast because that's where all the good part is.
Use that plastic fork.
This
spoon.
struggle is real,
Fork
man.
and knife.
Shoot. World's messiest bite. It's very cheesy. I got a nice cheesy bite, and it's taking me back to the beautiful like tenders that we used to be able to get with like all the cheese on it. It's the same cheese, but it's on an avocado toast. It's beautiful. I love it. I have no complaints. There's a nice like creaminess to the avocado. The tomatoes are beautiful. I would give it a 4 out of 5 toasts. It's a nice breakfast option.
It appears the appropriate time to come over here to the brunch cot booth is in the later afternoon to evening, because apparently nobody's heard that brunch has no limits. If you want to have brunch at 7 o'clock at night, then you have brunch at 7 o'clock at night. As we always say, it's your vacation. You do it your way. If you want pancakes for dinner, tell them that Bear said it was okay. Avocado toast as well. I love the attention to detail they paid to the toast. Edges, nice and crisp. Avocado, beautifully mashed. You got the citrus from the tomatoes, cuts right through. That is peak avocado toast from a booth in the middle of a festival. We've had avocado toast from table service restaurants that has not been that good. This is still in the top tier plant-based items to get. I don't care what time of day it is. 4.5 out of 5 points.
Last year, this biscuits and gravy was vegetarian and not vegan, and Bear got to try it and I got to watch. This year, I get to try it, and Bear, well, he gets to try it too. So, biscuits and gravy. Always reminds me of Chef Mickey, biscuits in the oven. I always love the biscuits in the oven song. I'm gonna grab a little bit of biscuit here. I got the sausage and the gravy here. I commit to my mistakes. I like the sausage. The biscuit is a little dry. The gravy, I don't know. It's a little, maybe on the floury side. I would like to try it again with a different batch of gravy and see if it always tastes like this, because it's not like a peppered, like country gravy that you would expect, and I don't know how I feel about it. But overall, I think it's a really nice biscuit and gravy, and I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 biscuits.
Impossible sausage, biscuits, and gravy. This dish already is everything the biscuits and gravy with Impossible Chicken should have been last year, but vegan. The choice to make that not vegan last year was already an odd one. Even for the vegetarians, if you had made that gravy vegan, nobody would have noticed. They've corrected their mistake this year, giving us a 100% plant-based dish. Of that, they get props, even before I taste it. So, go ahead and dive right in here. Give it a nice coat of the sausage with the gravy. Can't forget the biscuit, because that is part and parcel to the whole biscuits and gravy deal. That on top. And I'm gonna fork this thing like you knew where you were going to that fork in the road. The sort of pepper relish on top of the sausage is a choice. It's a bit more sweet, and I'm expecting going in something a bit more contrasty. It's a different style. Nothing necessarily wrong with it. Just know that going in, that it's not like that like sharp peppery gravy you normally get. It's definitely more on the sweet side, if you will. It's still perfectly creamy. It goes well with the biscuit. The biscuit just dissolves right into it. Sausage, you get that real flavor in your mouth, honestly. It's a good try. We will definitely be getting more of these across the length of this festival. But as a first try, I'm going to give it 3.75 out of 5 claws. I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
The Garden Graze Prize. Now, Bear and I have been here for 3 solid days, eating and eating and eating and eating. So we were able to complete 3 booklets. So we got 3 of these. Now, it is pineapple with a plant-based vanilla mixture. It's the same vanilla that you can actually get at Swirls on the Water, or not Swirls on the Water, Swirled Showcase, sorry. Swirls on the Water is Disney Springs. Anyway, this is pineapple with vanilla. You could likely ask for one instead of both, but we wanted to get it the way that it was. So, cheers. There's other items that we've gotten here today, and please watch our other videos because we'll show those to you, but we had an orange creamsicle earlier. It'll be in the drink video. This tastes like a pineapple creamsicle. And I'm not mad at it at all. I actually didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I do. And I think if you're going to do pineapple Dole Whip, the worst of them all, get it with vanilla, because that's fire. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 Dole Whips. I don't think I will ever rate another pineapple Dole Whip higher than this.
As the sun sets on Epcot, so must the sunset on the Garden Graze. We've come, we've eaten, we've conquered. Now, as Jafar would say, we are due our just reward. Somehow that works. It's a lot of vanilla. It's going to depend on your spoonful, but vanilla and pineapple is a thing. At least it's vegan. 3.5 out of 5 claws. That has been everything vegan at the International Flower and Garden Festival 2025.
We know you have many choices to check for vegan options, and we appreciate that you chose us as your guide.
Yes, we are always here to do the things so you don't have to. So I need for you to let us know your favorites are the ones that are making your list when you visit in the comments below. Now, of course, if there's anything else you'd like to see, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, not only will Bear not know that you've watched this video, but he will yeet himself into this water until you comment. So he'll just repeatedly yeet until you comment. So let him take a break from diving into the water, and please comment.
I can swim, but if I gotta dive in there, I feel like you hate me. But you heard the girl.